Welcome, viewers, to your favorite program, Lumiere the J, a program that is aimed at projecting the possibility in man. It's been our observation that all across the world, majority of people tend to put the responsibility of their lives to external forces. And what that does is that it keeps you perpetually in bondage. It makes you a victim. And the truth is that you can never succeed with that type of mentality. You cannot give your environment as an excuse. I say that from my own personal experience. I grew up in the western part of the world, West Africa, and for many years I kept hoping that the government would change things until I realized one day, specifically the 10th of February 2017, that I could no longer depend on anybody. And that day I made a decision that I was going to be responsible for everything about me. If it did not work, it was not their fault, it was my fault. And it's based on that this program came up, and this program has been beautiful. We've received a lot of positive feedback from it. And what we're basically doing is showcasing the lives of men and women across the world who are making a deliberate decision to succeed. So today we're showcasing an important aspect that I like, and it's a topic on entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, because the soul of any company, or any country in the world for that matter, is really about the ability of people to innovate. And innovation is not just about making things out of nothing, it's about improving the quality of what you do on a daily basis. And so on my right here, I would like to welcome Mrs. Kenny Odusanya. Mr. Kenny Odusanya, welcome on stage.
Thank you for having me.
Nice to have you.
Thank you.
Good stuff. And then we'll also welcome Deji Olatunde on stage. Good to have you.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
Good.
My name is Deji Olatunde, of course. Like he said, I studied accounting in school, finished, and I went into consulting. I first worked in HR for like 9 months, then I moved into training. I was in training for about 2 years. Then I moved from that company to Accenture. And I was in Accenture for about 4 years. But about the third year, I began to feel a sense of dissatisfaction. And about that time, I also got a camera as a birthday gift. My colleagues put money together and they wanted to buy me a point and shoot, but I collected my allowance then and added and bought a professional camera. And I went with the camera everywhere I went. It was always with me and I was taking pictures. And I remember then in the office, when it's birthday times for people, they always display a picture with some nice happy birthday text.
I remember that very well.
Yeah, and everybody used to come and ask, "Did you please come and take my pictures?" And when the picture is fine, everybody in the office is like, "I'm sure it's Deji that took it." So I discovered that tool was a very powerful tool. Because I noticed there was a particular person who I used to photograph in the office every morning. So when I come, I'm like, "Go make up." She makes up, I take her pictures.
I think I know who it is, but
And from somebody who did not care about how she looked and was just focused on the work, she began to pay attention to herself.
My name is Kenny Odusanya, and I'm married with a son. My business story. After university, I went into banking and was in the banking industry for 14 years. Of course, typical story of a woman. My husband too is a banker, so he was transferred out of Nigeria to East Africa. So I had to resign. It wasn't voluntary. I had to resign my job and follow him. So when we got to East Africa, Uganda, Kenya, when we got to Uganda, I noticed that for every kind of job, like domestic, if you go to any hotel or even house helps or cook or something, they wear uniforms. So I'm like, any hotel we get to, the first comment will be, "Oh, I love that uniform. I love how it is seated. I love the names. I love the colors." So I said, okay. So when it was time for us to come back, when we got back to Nigeria, I forgot how I left them. So I was like trying to look at the same thing being repeated. But I found out that you have domestic workers, you have cooks, they just wear anything they like, especially when you go to individual families' homes. I actually didn't like that. So I was like, when you see like the maids, what they wear, you know, you never know anybody's intention. Some will really be dressed, and there can only be one madam in the house anyways. The second part of it is they just wear anything that really doesn't look, it's either they're overdressed or underdressed.
Yeah.
And you really cannot complain when you have not given anything, if you don't give an option. Then another bit that helped it, for like 15 years, my elder brother started the monogramming company. Okay. So we've always had, which I am a director, but because of bank, you know how it is, how you get so involved in banking. So my own, I wasn't part of the operation or anything. I was just a director. Exactly. So when looking at the uniform angle and the monogramming, the printing and different kind of things, I said, okay, then my brother just said, since you are interested in uniform, it's always what you always look out for everywhere you went. Let's just do it one-stop shop. So, I mean, as you want uniform, we'll make the uniform. We'll do the monogramming, the printing or whatever you want to do on it. And we'll just give you a finished product. So same goes for school uniforms, and that was how all started.
Welcome back, viewers. We've had a wonderful time today discussing entrepreneurship as a catalyst for national development, listening to Deji and to Kende. In the concluding segment, we'd like to ask each of them what their legacies would be. And I guess the lady goes first. So, what is your picture of success? How would you like to be remembered?
Well, I would like to be remembered that for you to be successful in life, you really don't have to come from a rich background. It's so important to me. I'm not from a rich background, but with hard work, commitment, and of course plus God, you'll make it.
I want to be remembered as one who loved. Okay. By my clients, the people who I work with, my family, all who I come in contact with, as one who loved. Simply put.
Okay. This is made by Deji's company, incidentally, Fotolighthouse.
Thank you very much.
So every time you look at this,
You're having your product.
you will remember that you did say you want to remember as someone who loves. That's a nice picture, by the way. And then, Kende, for your company.
Thank you so much.
That's you.
Thank you.
We do wish you the best. And I know that these things, as often as you see them,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. This is really nice.
It's nice, and
thank you.
So I wish you the best. Hopefully, when next we come to this show, it will be an opportunity to host you. It will be an opportunity to listen to your own story. You'll not be there on the star side of the camera. You'll be here, right here, on the sets. Everybody in the world watching you, and I wish you the best. When that happens, please remind us of this day, because it's going to happen. I just spoke about somebody's life now. So bye for now, and wish you all the best. Thank you.